everyone, welcome back to Lisa Study Guides, and in case you didn't know through the YouTube channel name, my name is Lisa and I release videos every Monday after school, and I'm on the continuation of last week's video where I discussed my career path. So if you haven't checked out my first part of this video yet, then please go ahead and check it out, then come back here to find out the really juicy stuff of my career path. And right now, I'm up to the stage where I've finished pharmacy school, I'm not enjoying pharmacy, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I ended up quitting pharmacy and ended up right here, right now, sitting on this couch chatting to you guys on YouTube. So we're at the point where I am tolerating pharmacy. I've registered as a pharmacist, right? And I got offered a full-time position. So I actually knocked down that full-time position offer. I acknowledged that because I didn't enjoy pharmacy that much, I didn't want to be at the pharmacy 5 days a week, 7.5 hours every single day, and just doing the same thing over and over again, which is my mentality of things. I have a lot of respect for pharmacists, and there are a lot of pharmacists out there who are really, really bright, who love what they do, and who really feel like they're helping people every single day. Whereas for me, I just didn't get that same vibe. For me, I didn't really feel like I was truly helping anyone that much, especially because I could compare it with tutoring, where I had a set of students for an entire year and I could see their gradual improvement over the course of the year, and with their results that they gained from English, with their increased engagement with English, and just how much more they enjoyed it towards the end. That was something that I thought was really, really rewarding, and it just wasn't the same with pharmacy, where yes, you can kind of have the same thing, but maybe only every now and then, because you don't necessarily see the same customers all the time. And the difference for me was that with English tutoring, your students come to you because they really want to improve, and having that motivation there already and then just driving that and streamlining it so they know exactly what to do was something that I really enjoyed doing. Whereas with pharmacy, you have people sometimes who don't really care about their health, who are only there just to get their medications, and they don't want to be there, which is completely fine. It was just different. That's all that it was, and I found that I aligned a lot more to tutoring. So I told my boss that I only wanted to work 3 days a week, because then that would leave me 2 days a week where I could tutor instead. So without me realizing, this is where my career path began to split into two, and this is still early days. All I wanted to do was something that I enjoyed more of. So if that was English tutoring and that meant I could do it a little bit more and just balance that with pharmacy, I would be happy with that. And I thought I was going to be happy with that. I thought to myself at this point, I'm going to do pharmacy 3 days a week, I'm going to do tutoring twice a week, and this is something I'm probably going to be happy with for the rest of my life, balancing these two. Boy, was I wrong. About 4 months into this routine, I took a big trip overseas, and this was my trip that I had organized for a long time now. It was supposed to be the trip that was the congratulations for graduating from pharmacy. Here you go, girl. Get out there, enjoy yourself, because you are now a pharmacist. So I traveled overseas for a month. By the way, I traveled to Hong Kong, Japan, and South Korea, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And something just clicked to me while I was overseas. I was enjoying myself so much, and you find this that when you travel overseas, you do a lot of self-reflecting, and you look at your life back in Melbourne or wherever you are, and you kind of realize these are things I like and these are things that I don't like. And I realized that, you know what, I don't think I want to do pharmacy anymore. Remember that I was only 4 months into being a pharmacist, being a legitimate pharmacist, doing all the things that a pharmacist could do with all the 5 years worth of pharmacy that I had just studied. And yeah, it just clicked that I just didn't want to do this anymore. And it was still really new, so it wasn't like I was going to do anything about it, because I had security of a job. I had the comfort of knowing what I was doing every single day. But this little feeling slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger as the next 6 months passed by. So by the end of that first year of being a pharmacist, I was pushed to breaking point. I didn't exactly enjoy what I was doing, and there are a few circumstances in my life also that pushed me to eventually just quit. I just quit. I just thought, screw it. You know what? I really love English tutoring. I love what I do. Why shouldn't I do more of it? And it's not conventional to be a tutor full time. That's just not what people do. But if I liked it and I was good at it, why shouldn't I do it? And I had known that I was good at English tutoring because I'd had so many requests from students who had found me via my website, vcstudyguides.com, or via word of mouth. And I was rejecting people. I was saying to them, I'm sorry, I just don't have enough time. I'm sorry. And that's all it was. So I thought to myself, if I start a new year and I take on board all these students, I'm sure I'm going to be okay. So that was my mentality. So I quit my pharmacist job and I thought to myself, okay, I'll do a shift every now and then, you know, I'll still keep it up. It wasn't like a dramatic shift where I just thought to myself, you know what, one day, bang, pharmacy, gone. It was a really gradual type of segmented process where one by one I gradually went into tutoring full time. Even though I say gradual, I know it was in like a very short time space, but it wasn't just like a one-day option where I just thought, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go straight into tutoring. It was something where pharmacy slowly dwindled down and then tutoring picked up. So this was at the start of 2015 now. I had quit my job as a pharmacist. I was going to do full-time tutoring and I was so excited. I was so excited, guys. And I had picked up about 20 students to 25, I believe, for 2015. And this was in February. And I was still getting heaps and heaps of requests. So still so many students were asking for tutoring. So I thought, okay, this is crazy. I mean, people still want tutoring from me, but I'm booked out. And that's really when I became a business owner. That's when I stepped into business for the first time. I hired my first tutor and I just thought, I'm just gonna have one tutor to help me take on board a few of these students. I'm sure we're gonna do just fine. But that one tutor grew into 5 tutors. It grew into 10 tutors. And now, 1.5 years later, I have over 15 people working for me, and I'm proud to say that I am a business owner, and a lot of people label me as an entrepreneur now. So this is completely like a 180 from pharmacy because I had no idea that I was ever going to go down this path. The things that I do now are completely different to anything I would have done in pharmacy. I am still tutoring because that is what I love to do. I love to teach and I love seeing my students. I train my tutors as well, so I don't just hire tutors based on the fact that they get great results, but I hire them based on the fact that they've got the personality to match and that they've got the capability to learn how to grow as a teacher, because that's what a lot of tutoring is about. You can be a tutor, anyone could be a tutor, but you can't really be a great tutor if you don't know how to teach. So that's a big fundamental that I train my tutors in. I run workshops now, so these are really exciting workshops that you've probably heard me talk about many times at the end of my videos, inviting you guys to come to them, especially if you live in Victoria. And not just that, but I do online tutorials and courses, and here I am doing YouTube videos with you guys. And we've almost hit 4K and I'm just so excited because I thought that my goal, guys, at the end of 2016 was to have 500 subscribers. I would be happy to help 500 of you out there. And now there's almost 4K of you listening to me offer you advice. So thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. By the way, just as a side story, I got stopped for the first time in the middle of the street while I was in the city the other day by 2 of you lovelies. I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting this channel, and if you guys ever do see me in person, especially if you live in Melbourne, then please come up and just say hi. I would absolutely love to chat to you guys and, you know, find out more about you out there, because I'm I'm all for the students. Like, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And the other thing I forgot to mention is that on top of being a business owner, an entrepreneur, an English tutor, a YouTuber, is that I'm also a guest speaker at school. So tomorrow I'm going to speak at a school. I'm giving a 4.5-hour workshop to a bunch of Year 12 English students. So I'm super excited about that. So, hey guys, if you're out there watching, I'll see you guys tomorrow. The moral of the story is that my career path was definitely not linear. In fact, it was just completely all over the place. And at the end of the day, I'm not labeled as one single thing. So you can't label me as just like a pharmacist, just like a one title. I'm doing something now that I didn't even know existed when I was back at school trying to make my choice of where I wanted to be 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Please find something that you're going to be really passionate about. Find something that you're going to be interested in doing every single day, because my job that I have now is really tough. I'm facing new challenges every day. I'm delving into the unknown with new projects that I'm doing. I'm pulled in all different directions on a day-to-day basis, because here I'm doing an email, next minute I'm responding to phone calls, next minute I'm chatting to a tutor, next minute I'm editing a video for YouTube. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because I love what I do. And it's not just a job for me, it's become my entire life. I work way more than I would have as a pharmacist. I work way longer than 38-hour weeks. In fact, I probably work closer to 60, 70, 80 hours a week. But I'm not even going to try and figure out the maths, because I'm not very good at maths, and I've left that side, that science and math side of me. It's gone. My interests lie in the English realm and also in business and teaching. So that's where I'm at. So that's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these few videos where I had a bit of a career talk with you guys. If you want to learn anything else about pharmacy, business, tutoring, or whatever else you would like me to answer, then let's do a Q&A. Leave your comments below. Ask me whatever questions you have, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. And I really do feel that I'm in that unique position where, you know, I'm not just telling you this amazing story of how I got into my dream job and then now I'm just doing my dream job. It took me time to get here, and I had to figure out what I liked and didn't like. I had to do a course that I didn't like for 5 years, then another year of working in it, and then another year of internship. So you know what? It's all gonna be okay, because at the end of the day, you're gonna figure it out. If you loved hearing about my story, then please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe as well, because next week I am going back to, yes, I will be going back to speaking about English. So a couple of exciting videos coming up, including things like breaking down the prom, how to find underrated quotes, those type of things. So other than that, I hope you all have a lovely week. I will see you guys next week, and yeah.